Okay, welcome back to session. Yeah. Any questions on first session? Okay, fine. So we were discussing about hand tools. Now we'll see this non-sparking tool. Then following, we'll see the portable power tools. So basically, these non-sparking tools made of non-ferrous like beryllium, copper alloy, brass, copper, lead, plastic, and rubber, and wooden also. See, the metals are used where the flammable gases, which is nothing but the hazardous areas, even volatile liquids or explosive substance are stored or used. They should be kept free of picked up any foreign particles to avoid any friction sparks. Okay. Again, this hazardous area classification known the first before selecting the tools. So before selection, we should know which are these hazardous areas. I mean, zone classifications. There we have to clearly define, or we have to put a signage saying that if you're working in this specific zone, you must and should use non-sparking tools. And also a special training should be given to all the maintenance personnel and also the production team. The people are working in and around the hazardous areas or zones. We should clearly conduct the training programs about this risk while using these tools. In most hazardous areas where the high risk of fire and explosion and also non-metallic, etc., wood, rubber, and also plastic tools should be used if possible, and also proper earthing of the equipment should be ensured. And there should be a flameproof electrical lighting, and also in a hand lamp, it is to be used, it should not be more than 24 volts. So hence it is low voltage. We can reduce the risk of ignition or heat as well. Okay. So as I mentioned, we'll have more detailed discussion in these non-sparking tools and also different types, P type, I type, N type, and all, increased safety, pressurized devices, etc., in this category. We'll discuss in detail in IS 108. It is covered in that chapter, in that paper. Sorry, not chapter. So again, these are the different types of portable power tools where we'll have a number of variety, screw machines, drill machines, then hammering machines, etc. Again, these are electrically connected and battery operated as well. So if you see, the portable tools are divided into 5 primary groups based on the use of power. So the first one will be the electric and pneumatic, hydraulic, gasoline, and also explosive type. So the powder actuated, the several types of tools such as saws and also the sanders, drills, grinders are the common ones, the first 3 groups. and where the explosive tools are used exclusively for the penetration work, where they do for drilling or braking kind of activity, and compression cutting, the pneumatic grinders, impact tools, and also flexible sharp tools also in use. And hydraulic tools are used mainly for the compression work, where we use the compression of, especially in construction area, where they do the compression of the ground or the soil. So again, it is also have the probability of getting injured. These are the few injuries which will result if you are met with any accident with these tools. Burns or cuts, strains, source of injury including electrical shock, flying particles in the eyes, fire, and also the fall and explosion of gas and falling tools. Then if you see the types of injuries caused by these tools, one is the power line should be always be disconnected before the SRCs or the portable tools are changed, and also the guard should be replaced or put in correct adjustment before the tool is used again. So whenever if you say in a grinding machine where they used to change the grinding wheels often once it is worn out or it is wear and tear. So during that time, we have to unplug this tools, and we have to keep the guard in position in the right adjustment to avoid the accidents. Then care should be taken to set the power-driven tools in a safe area where they may not be stuck by the passageways or and also activated. So it should not activated accidentally, and also it should not be kept in the pathways. The tool should not be left in over the overhead place or hoses. Here we have an electrical shock. It is a chief hazard from the electrical power tools. So resulting will have flash burns, minor shocks that may cause fall of the persons if they are working in heights. Then shock resulting in death also. So how we can prevent this? So the cables should be protected from the misuse and also abuse and also damage to the insulation, resulting in broken or exposed live conductors. Plug socket connection should be tight and safe. No bare conductor should be inserted in the cables. So this is also a general practice we can witness, especially with the contractors in construction area. It is very uh, usual practice. And nowadays, now they are well aware, and now they are using industrial sockets. But still, we can find this kind of situations. And the 3-pin top should be used again instead of using inserting the cables or the conductors directly inside the plug. Then metal casing should be effectively earthed, and power cutting switches should be within the reach and also nearby the apparatus. So power cutting switches in the sense the immediate supply, in case of any shock, we can able to shut off the supply to safeguard the people. Then regular maintenance to check the earth core continuity and also strength of the earthing. Then additionally, backup protection like ELCBs, earth leakage circuit breakers, which detect the current difference between the power supply line and also current rating to the point, so that in case of any difference in this, it automatically trips so that we can save ourselves. Now, nowadays, we got so many, even RCCBs, residual circuit current breakers, even MCBs are there. With most of the cases where the humans are interacting, where we usually uh, inbuilt comes with the RCCB, or we choose RCCB as a breaker. Again, in the normal safe conditions, this current difference is zero, but in case of any leakage happens, it will starts to the earth. The differential current occurs with an operates a device that rapidly sends the trips, it conducts to cut off the power to the operators. So this is also one thing, that if it is the device is keep on tripping, we should understand there is a fault current which is going through. So we have to rectify it instead of again removing the trip and again operating it back. Again, electric tool should be never be put in wet area or used in rainy conditions. Then double protection or double insulated or all insulated type equipment which need not to be earthed. So hence it is having double insulated over the conducting material. The initial layer will be on the conducting materials, and over to that we'll have another sort of layer in case of any the primary layer gets affected, the secondary layer will protect from the contact of this the live conduits. Then deadman controls, these tools operate in till the button is pressed, and also it stops when the button is released. This is also one key safety factor. Nowadays, most of the all the 99% of the these portable power tools coming with the deadman switch. So previously it is not the case. So till the point of time, if the operator is holding the switch, it will be in running condition. Otherwise, it will get off. Then selection, inspection, maintenance, and repair. So again, how we can choose these tools and how we have to inspect and how we can maintain these tools in a safer manner. One is the information and training to select the right tool for the right job is necessary. So the type of information, so where we are using, what is the job duration. There are tools for the household purpose. There are tools for, I mean, industry purpose, where heavy duty tools, the right base, the heavy duty tools where we can use for a longer durations. Then we have to choose the right one. Before selection, we should know the purpose of the tool. Then tool supplier should be given a complete information about the job and for which the tool is required, so that he can recommend the most appropriate tools for the job. So we are not experts in the tools. So, but we need to finish our activity, we can explain the complete activity, duration, how many times it will be used, the capacities required, so that the suppliers will have the better information on the tools, so that they will give us the right tool for the job. And normally portable power tools are to be used on the light or home side, home work for the continuous operation, the production services. The heavy work or industrial duty tools are selected. Then periodic inspections are necessary to find the defects and also keep the tool in a good condition. And then it serves the purpose of preventive maintenance. Then record of the date of inspection, fault noted, which is noticed, and also the date of repair necessary, and also cause of the fault and details of the repair carried out can also be added to such records. The last point is so important. So whenever we are doing an inspection, if you find a fault, we have to log that fault and we have to register that fault, and also again what action we have taken, then the cause of the fault. Maybe sometimes we may find the real cause, sometimes maybe we assume that maybe because of that this tool got damaged, etc., etc. So that we'll have the complete history of the tool, so that in case of any accident happens also, these documents can give backup for us. It is good to have such kind of control. Then workers should be trained in the inspection of the tool. So what are the various parts or locations or the areas of the tool we have to inspect? Then identify the defects. It is not about inspection simply saying that we'll just have. And even nowadays, most of the checklist, previously if you see a checklist, it will have only the theoretical data. Nowadays, it is going to be again visual representation. They are keeping a tool. I mean, they're printing the tool in the the checklist itself, and then they're pointing it out. So they will give the numbers. Okay, what are the various parts of the tool we should inspect? So it is becoming easy for the layman also on inspection of these tools. So can anybody can quote what is the advantages and disadvantages with the checklist? I'm expecting some answers from the experienced people. Advantages and disadvantages with the checklist.
Flaw can be avoided.
Advantage,
What?
we can cover up the points, the
Sorry?
general point. The general points we can cover with the checklist. That is the advantage.
General points we can cover with the okay checklist. Okay. Lakshmi Das.
Yes.
And the disadvantage is we won't check beyond that general point. We will only
Okay.
will go with that general point, and we will keep simply we will tick it and we will keep as a record. That is the disadvantage.
Okay. Got your point. Yeah. Thanks. Yes, Lakshmi Das ji.
Checklist made by experience, unwanted things and incident also. So in the base of experience, so many times made a checklist.
Okay. Any other inputs?
Mainly for newcomers, new technicians, they would come to know what are all the things needs to be checked.
Okay, it is suitable or also useful for the I mean the new employees or colleagues, they can do it inspection. Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. So I'll summarize this. Thank you so much, Srinivas and Lakshmi Das and Simbaraj. So basically the main advantage is, so whenever you have created a checklist, it is saves the time, because as I mentioned previously, we'll have only the theoretical information. We don't have any pictorial information. Nowadays, these checklists are made in a pictorial format, in a visualization. So first of all, it reduces the time of inspection. We can cover more. And the next one, for inspecting these tools, there is no experience required. If you are going with a checklist, you should just know a language, or you should have a minimum experience, how about the tool it looks, and also the basic information, so that no a prior experience or maybe expertise are not required if you are using with a tool. And also, as our colleagues mentioned, so if you are going with a tool, we will not miss out any points. So if you are going with alone, there is a chance of missing a few points from the inspection. So these are the advantages. If the disadvantages will be, the main disadvantage is you'll be sticking with by the checklist. You will not think beyond the point over a period of time. Maybe the tool is very old, or the damage or any revisions happens. Even revision of the checklist also one of the disadvantage. So once you have made a checklist, it will be keep on years, 10 years or 15 years. Sometimes even if the tool gets upgraded also, so we're not going to change that. Revision of the checklist also a key point. If you are not revise the checklist on time, it is also a major disadvantage. Another one, the beyond the point, beyond the box or out of the box, will not think, will just simply go with the points. These are the few advantages and disadvantages with the checklist. So these checklists are always need to be revised on time in case of any changes happens with the tools. Okay. Then workers should be trained on the tools, as I mentioned, how to identify the defects and how to report those and also repair. And they should be warned not to be make shift repairs and do know the repair work unless authorized. So whenever, in case of any repairs noticed, for doing or attending such repairs, they should definitely have authorization. Everybody are not allowed to repair those tools. Only authorized person has to attend that. Then use of personal protective equipments while using these portable power tools and also hand tools. Gloves and loose clothing and jewelry should not be worn by the workers using revolving tools such as drills and screws and grinders. Then the weight of the most power tools makes it advisable for the users to wear safety shoes with a steel toe or the fiber toe. Also, it is giving the same sort of safety to reduce the chances of the injury if the tools falls or drops, considering the tool weight. Then, while working at the overhead places with the power tool, the operator should be aware about the safety belt and also use of a good platform or the support. Even for the tools also, they used to have the tie rope in case of any accidental slippage from the operator's hand also, it will not fall down. Even dust-proof respirator should be worn for the buffing, grinding, and also sanding jobs, which produce harmful dust. Then ear protection is necessary at the high noise levels, especially they do for any chipping or breaking activity or drilling activity. Then safety goggles and face shield should be worn for the work on the grinders. Whenever they're using the grinders, here also we need noise protection. We have to use the earplugs to avoid the exposure to the high noises. Okay. Okay, any questions with this? We have done this topic. If you have any questions, we can discuss. So especially this portable tools also, as I mentioned, we have a high chance to ask the questions. Either they will ask you a list of portable power tools and also hazards. Sometimes they only ask hazards and safety measures.
Sir,
Yeah.
any parameter to make the checklist?
Parameters in the sense, I mean,
Any parameters to create the checklist?
no, it is up to the operation and also the condition of the tool. So if you see the parameters, we'll definitely not get into the details of the functionalities of the tool. We'll see only the basic parameters in the sense upon the condition of the tool. For example, if you have an electrical cable, how the condition of the cable. If you have the insulated guarding, I mean over the tool, how the insulation is there, and the functionality of the switch of the tool, whether it is properly working or not. Again, the condition of the guard which is attached to the power tool, whether it is in proper condition or not. Is there any noise which is generating while operation? That is also one parameter. And even if it is having any a plug, the condition of the plug, and then cable insulation damage, etc., etc. These are the few parameters we'll see. And in most of the cases I have seen, they won't operate and see. While doing inspection, we'll go to the maintenance room and we'll ask them to show the list of power tools, and we'll just simply ask the question, will come out. So I always recommend try to operate a sample of machines. For example, you have 10 drill machines, at least try to operate one or two as a sample to see the condition. Or we'll ask them to give a demonstration by switching on. That is also one thing we can do it. Okay. Any other questions from others? Okay, then no questions. We'll get into another topic. Just a second, please. Okay. Hope my screen is visible. So noise and vibration, again, it is also one of the important topic in IS 102. Frequently asked questions with respect to noise and vibration. And noise also is one of the occupational disease. Noise-induced hearing effect under Schedule 3 of the Factories Act. It is listed occupational disease. First of all, we'd like to understand what is mean by noise. Noise and हिंदी noise क्या होता है? Anybody?
Excessive sound.
Excessive sound. The excessive sound in a pub, is it a noise? If anybody went to the pub, I didn't went.
Anything that causes irritation.
Yeah, anything it's called.
Noise.
For example, in the during Ganapati or some other festivals, we used to have DJ sets or DJ. Is it a noise?
Yes, definitely noise.
If it is excessive, it is a noise.
For whom? Yes, Srinivas.
It comes under environment pollution.
It's not about pollution at all. Yes, definitely it is. But whenever we say noise, whether it is, again, the same case, it is unwanted, which is not a comfortable level, and which is irritating. In the sense, the whoever is not enjoying that, for them, it is a noise. For example, whoever is dancing in front of DJ, if they ask, is it irritating you? Definitely they say no. The whoever is not enjoying that, for them, it is a noises or a nuisance or it is irritating. That is the difference. If I say noise, which is unwanted, which is irritating, or it is unclear, those, or which is irritating in this, even the loudness or the decibels are very high, definitely it gets irritated over a period of time. Then we'll say it is a noise, which you don't want to listen. Even those sounds also noisy. It is if it is in the decibels are very low, still if you don't want to listen to that, again it is an irritation. For example, a calling bell. So if you're inside, maybe if you're in a hostel room where the people come and irritate us by pressing the calling bell, it gives very less noise, but still we don't want. Or if you say hearing a music using headphones, we'll buy headphones for good headphones for listening music. Even this is less one, so we enjoy it. So it is about irritation. It is about causing distraction, which is unwanted, which is making a nuisance. Those will be called as noise. How this noise will affect a human? So anybody can tell me what it is?
Like it will damage the eardrum of the ear.
Okay. So how it will get damaged? So basically, if you see this picture, this is how our ear looks from the outside, which is called as a pinna. The ear is divided into three portions. The one is outer ear, a middle ear, or inner ear. So if you ask me, the major parts are the ear, a drum, and the uh, cochlea. These are the the two parts which are so important, which defines your hearing ability. So whenever you expose to higher noises, so it will be resulting your rupturing of your eardrum. Then inside the cochlea, which is circled, here we'll have the hair cells. So once the eardrum ruptures, that will affect the hair cells which are inside the cochlea. So these hair cells have inbuilt healing capacity, like how if you got any injury, so it will get self-healed over a period of time. That is a good mechanism that God has given to us. The same way, these hair cells also have self-repairing mechanism, but only it will have a limitation. For example, if you have an injury on our leg or anywhere in the body part, I can take a leg. So it will get healed. But if you lost your leg itself, but it won't come back or it won't grow as it is. Like how, like for lizards, the tail will be gone away, but then it will have the ability, they can build their tail. For God, they have given such capability, but not in our case. Once you lost your body part, it will not come back. But if it is having an issue, it can, the body can heal that. The body can repair that. The same way, till the certain limit, the hair cells can repair themselves and it will bring back to the normal condition. If the hair cells got damaged, then it will be leading to a permanent hearing disability. For example, if you come across with any high loud noises, for some time you will be hearing a beep sound in your ears, or sometimes you will not able to hear the sensitive information, but after a few hours, then you can sense those sensible information. It is mean that due to the exposure of high noise levels or high volumes of how high decibels, your hair cells got affected. So it takes some time to heal it back, then take your hearing capability into a normal mode. Okay. So if you see here, a noise, it is a sound, but it is unwanted or undesired. That is a sound without agreeable musical quality. And it is annoyance and also interfere with the work efficiency, causes accidents, hearing loss, or a deafness, depending upon the type and also the period of exposure. So noise in the sense is basically which is unwanted, which is not required for me at all, and it is not agreeable the musical quality. Or if you are listening any song, or if you are coming across the music, then which will result in the interrupting of the efficiency. So in your if you are working in a machine shop where the noise levels are very high, over a period of time, your ear is habituated to listen only such decibels. So less than that, you are not able to listen at all. So if somebody is giving a communication during the mission, you can't able to listen that, resulting it leads to accidents. Even over a period of time, it will be irritating.